Okay, this is a tier list for Game of Thrones. The characters. The television series. Okay, we're just gonna go through the list one at a time. We got them all here. So first up is Bobby B. And Bobby B, he's in like 6 episodes. And he's good in every single episode. So he's an S tier. Sansa, she's been around for too long. She's getting saggy. But she's still pretty good, I guess. So B. Arya, she can fight blind. But, you know, it's just kind of meh overall, other than, you know, she can fight now. Oh boy. C tier. Bran. Bran could have been A. But like he needs to get carried all the time. So he's B. Maybe he's C actually. He's between B and C, but I'll put him in B to be nice. Okay, Rickon, F. Joffrey. Joffrey was an effective psychopath. Somewhat effective. He's an A tier. Jorah the Andal. I think I'm going to put Jorah in S tier. Because he's been around a while. He knows what he's up to. Okay, he fought in the slave pits. He's S tier. Theon fucking Greyjoy. Theon just is an insufferable guy. E tier. Peter Baelish. Littlefinger. If they hadn't have fucked up his character so bad season 7, he would have been pretty high. I think I'll put him probably in B. Because he's really good in the first seasons. Okay, we got the Hound. Honestly, sticking around for too long. He doesn't really need to be there anymore. I'll put him in C. He's with Arya. Fittingly. Sam. Now people say I look like Sam. Because I do, kinda. And he's okay. But he's like fucking big baby all the time. So he's a D. Tyrion Lannister, A tier. He gets shit done. But you know what? I was gonna say maybe bump him down to B, but he's still A. Because he's kind of useless nowadays. And all he wants to do is drink wine and tell jokes instead of being a cool guy. Okay, Redley. Notorious pillow biter. He would have been an okay king, honestly. Maybe he would have been kind of a baby about it. He's probably around here because he does get killed by a ghost. I'll put him in D. I mean, he's kind of useless overall. Ross, the whore. I mean, she cried in a whorehouse over something. I can't remember. And then Littlefinger threatened her. And she's just a dumb character. I don't like her that much. Okay, Gior. Gior's up here. He's probably B, honestly. He gives the sword to Jon. And gets killed by his own men. But he knew about the babbies. B tier. Fucking Gendry. I hate Gendry. He's a stupid, useless character. What's he do? Nothing. He gets... does he even ever, like, save Arya when they're, like, going up to the wall? I don't think so. He builds a helmet. And then they're looking for him. Then he gets captured by Stannis. Nothing happens of that. and then he makes weapons for a bit, and then he fucks Arya. Who cares about him? He's pointless. Okay. Oh, what's her name? Catelyn's sister. It's Lisan? Lysa Arryn. Lysa Arryn, you know, she's a weirdo, but she's got a niche there, being a weirdo. And she does start pretty much the whole thing with Peter Baelish. So she goes and see. Her son, though, not so much. But he is kind of funny. It's like a cross between he's just insufferably annoying, or he did break Sansa's snow castle. And that made me LOL. He's an E tier. Bronn. Okay, so Bronn, I don't know how I feel about him, because he's just, there's so many characters that are just sticking around for too long, you know? Like, who did I say that about? I can't even remember. But, like, he's still here, he's still there. Like, he has no business being in the show anymore, realistically. He's C, I guess. Grand Maester Pycelle. Now, this guy is pretty funny because he straight up is not really as old as he acts. You know? So he's like playing everyone for fools, but he's also like kind of a dummy too. And they cut off his beard. He's probably somewhere in the middle here, but I can't come down hard on him at any particular point. So D's looking empty, so he's in D. Alright. Varys. Varys is going to be up here somewhere. So what has he done? He's sort of like background engineered Daenerys. And her getting more and more powerful. As far as I think he did. But like, yeah, I don't know. He's probably B. Sure, he's B. The Knight of Flowers. What's his name? The Tyrell boy. No, Lancel Lannister is the other guy. This guy is that guy. What's his name? Whatever. He's the Tyrell guy. Heir to the Tyrell. Well, he was. Spoilers. If you're watching this, of course there's spoilers. Come on. He's pretty useless, honestly. He's very good knight, I've heard, but he's like meh. D. Cersei's gonna be up here. Because Cersei does some dumb moves, okay? Some truly dumb moves. But she does pretty much win eventually every time. But she did lose all 3 of her children because she's an idiot. Shae the Whore. Shae the Whore is... I just hated her character, honestly. I didn't understand. Like, she's just straight up only manipulative person, I guess. But, like, I just didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Benjen Stark. We see him, I think, in a grand total of 3 episodes. He becomes the dude, the undead dude, Cold Hands, even though I don't think they ever called him that. But he's only in 3 episodes, so you can't like give him top position. So he'll probably be C, and he dies. Like, he gets off his horse. He could have grabbed Jon Snow, and they could have both got on the horse. But he gets off the horse. That's dumb. C tier. Barristan Selmy. Barristan Selmy's a good lad. Probably in terms of advice, better than Jorah. Jorah's got the more practical side. This guy's got the more knightly good side. But he's probably A, because he also said fuck you to Joffrey and just left. So, he's A. What's his name? Drogo. Drogo, he talked a big game and he never did shit, so he's E tier. Hodor, he held the door, that's for sure. Probably B or C, because what's his real name? Willis. He has a big Willis, so he's in B tier. Here's Lancel Lannister, the little son of a gun. He can go in here, D, with his that guy and that guy, the gay trio in D tier. Mr. Lewin. Mr. Lewin's pretty badass. Oh, I don't know if I'd give him A, but he's good enough to be in B. Okay, everybody hates this guy. What's his name? The guy who Jon Snow hates on the wall. He's a lord. I can't remember his name. People say, because everyone likes Jon Snow, but this guy was right about a lot of stuff too. I think if he would have been in charge, they couldn't even get it across the wall. They wouldn't have a dragon. But he's not an A tier, let's be honest. He's probably a B or C. He's probably a high C. What's his name? Whatever. Can't remember his name. Usha the Wildling. All she does is help Bran and Rickon a couple of times. She's probably E. Just whatever. Master Aemon. Master Aemon's a good guy. He's probably C. Okay, we gotta get through these characters. There's a lot of goddamn characters in this show. Okay, Catelyn Stark. Catelyn Stark messes up big time a couple times. And let's just say she's just very incompetent in a lot of ways. So she's gonna go in D tier. She could go in C. But she just shouldn't have set Jaime Lannister free. She should have probably told her son not to marry the lady. I don't know. She couldn't love Jon Snow. Oh, speaking of her, look at it's baby lady. You ruined everything, baby lady. Came along with your big butt and your big boobs. You ruined ice cream with your boobs. Gran of Tarth. People really like Gran of Tarth, but she's got a long list of failures as well. She didn't get the Stark girls back. Well, I guess she eventually did. God damn. But then the one time she said, "Oh, I'll help you, Sansa." She puts the candle in the window and she fucks up, kills Stannis, who's already defeated. No, E tier. This guy. Oh, here's an example of somebody who's sticking around too long. What the hell does this guy have to do with anything anymore? He was a smuggler from King's Landing. Now he's somehow a competent enough land army commander to be Jon Snow's right-hand man. You tell me. While he should have died in the Blackwater. Or maybe stuck around a little longer than that. C. Solid, but also, what the fuck's he's doing here anymore? Okay. There we go. Tywin Lannister, S tier. If he was around now, he'd be SMHing, okay? Just he knew what to do, except when it came to Tyrion. He was like irrationally caught up about Tyrion. That's the only fault, but you know what? That's not a big enough fault to bump him to A. He's S still. Okay, Stannis. I mean, Stannis went pretty crazy, let's be honest. And it kind of was crazy the whole time. And I don't know, he's just... He would have won the city if it weren't for the magic fire thing. Probably. And also the Tywin Lannister and the Tyrells. But you know what? He wasn't a very good king. He liked to burn people too much, burn them alive. I guess that was her fault, but whatever. He listened. Lady Margaery, aka Queen Margaery. Lady Margaery's alright. Because she knew, even what's-his-face, Joffrey, she knew how to, like, get in his head. And that's pretty cool. Probably better than his mom. And it's too bad she didn't become the queen. Because she had the manipulative ability. But she was good. I think. Who knows in Game of Thrones, right? Oh god, her. Ygritte. All Ygritte's good for is a pump and dump. IMO. IMO? Yeah. But she's like, I don't know. She made Jon Snow grow as a character. But like, I don't know. She's okay. She's a C. Oh god, the dad Greyjoy. Not Euron, not Victarion. One of the Ons. Something on. Balon. Balon's he's F. He's just an incompetent king. Sour old man. Fell off a bridge. The end. Roose Bolton. Roose Bolton's A tier. He's in the camp with... He's like a Tywin Lannister wannabe. You know. Destroying his enemies. Castamere style. Reigns of Castamere. The only thing is he put too much trust in his goddamn psycho bastard son. So there you go. Gilly F. I just hate her mouth and voice. Jaime Lannister. He's like pretty average. I do like his character and his quips. I'll put him in B, I suppose. B's a nice place for Jaime Lannister. Pod. He's like one of these kind of whiny characters that I don't care much for. Like he sticks around in the show after Tyrion gets in trouble, just hangs out with Brienne. But it's like, does he need to be? No. He's sticking around for too long. D. Melisandre of Volantis, I think. Or one of those places. She's good enough at the whole smoke monster thing. And the fire magic nowadays, I suppose. She brings back Jon. But holy crap, she burns a kid alive? Like, as a character, she's pretty interesting, though. So I'll put her in B. You kind of get sick of her, though, near the end. You're just like, oh, what the hell do you want now? Yara. Yara and Theon's whole thing, like, who cares about that? Oh, I don't want to get rescued. Oh no, rescue me. Oh no, now I need to be rescued. Oh, rescue me. Good. We're all rescuing each other, and it amounts to fuck all. No one. This is assumingly it's the different character. You know what I'm saying? Jack and Hagar is like one of the faces on the wall. It's just, but you know, he's a pretty interesting character. I don't know where he gets that blonde hair dye in Bravos. We'll go with C. He helps Arya. Good. He's a helper. Grey Worm and his Unsullied are just terrible. A terrible army. They're just in the wrong situations constantly. It's like, you guys have spears and shields. Your shields should be bigger. You're supposed to fight other, like, armies. But instead, you're policing 2 cities, and then you're trying to fight zombies in the ice. That's not what you should be doing. E tier for Grey Worm. Sorry, Grey Worm. Beric Dondarrion, again, like, just, what's the point of him? The only point was so that he could Jesus pose in a doorway. I'll put him in D. What's her name? Melisandre? Or something like that. There's too many Melisandre. She's pretty good, actually. I don't mind her. She's just very boring. It's the only thing. I'll put her in C. We're gonna run out of space here. The King Beyond the Wall, Mance Rayder. Mance Rayder had fucking everything together. Okay? Until, surprise, pocket sand, horses, Stannis got him from somewhere. And that's bullshit. Mance is A tier. He should have been able to just climb over the wall with the wildlings. Stannis showed up, ruined everyone's fun. Tormund Giantsbane. Here's another character who's been around for too long. He's funny, but God, he's been around for too long. I'll put him in C. Because he's really good. If he died 3 seasons ago, he would have been probably A. But it's like, he's just still here. And he's doing nothing. See, if they're doing nothing and they're still here, that's when it's like, that's dumb. Like, she's still here, but she does stuff. He's still here, and all he does is fight and say funny things. You know? Okay, Ramsay Bolton. Really good character. Well, I wouldn't even say really good. Good character. Because of how goddamn sadistic he is and all that. But just some flaws in that too, where he couldn't see his own hubris. Is that even how you say that? His own hubris got him. Okay, we're getting to the meat and potatoes here. Daenerys. I don't get Daenerys. The part that finally got me with Daenerys is the scene where she leaves. She's leaving Vase Dothrak. I think it's season 6. I think it's season 6. And then she just says, "Hold the whole Dothraki army for however long, half hour or something." And then she shows up on a dragon and gets everyone riled up and says, "Will you fight for me?" It's like, clearly they're gonna fucking fight for you. You just came out of a fiery house yesterday and everyone bowed. You don't need to do another one. You need to get the fuck to the city and get on those ships. What are you doing? It was the most pointless scene in the whole show. D. Daenerys, fittingly in the D tier. She made dragons out of fire, and she solves all her problems with dragons and fire. Lady Olenna. Lady Olenna's up here, A tier. She could be S even, but A is good. She doesn't quite do enough to get S tier, even though Bobby B did fuck all and he's an S tier. But she orchestrated the Joffrey poisoning with Peter Baelish. And but then after the books ran out, she had nothing to do. Thoros of Myr, he could just go with Beric here. I'll put him right next to him, because they amount to little overall. Who's this guy? Oh, the Warg, the Wildling Warg. Great. Why is he in there? He's not really a good character. Okay, this guy. His name is not Maester. It's why can't I remember these people's names? Some of them. This guy shows up and he's all creepy and weird. But he's a good doctor, apparently. He makes it so Jaime doesn't die of an infection, because that probably could have happened. And he's seemingly as effective as Varys at being a spy master, and he also built like a bunch of machines and resurrected a dude. Like, he's up to shit. So this guy's in B tier. The Blackfish doesn't really do much. He's a cool character and all, but what does he do? He's a D tier. Baby King, Tommen. Tommen's gonna be, I don't know. He just gets pushed around. He's a little kid, honestly. We'll put him probably in D. I wonder if you can make these. Nope. How are you supposed to fit everyone in? This guy, Daenerys' lover. I can't remember his name either. Daario Naharis. I don't care about Daario Naharis. He's just there. Lots of these characters don't really do much. He's there to bang Daenerys Targaryen. Oberyn Martell. We're putting him up here, because the only thing that's fucked him over was his obsession with making the Mountain confess. And if he hadn't done that, then he would have stuck around too long like all the other characters. So it's actually good that he went out early. Oh god, her. I don't even want to talk about her. Okay, Marcella. Another one where it's like, did fuck all. E, because she's not insufferably annoying and pointless at the same time. She's just pointless. Viserys? What's his name? Not Viserys. Viserys. He's pretty funny as... Oh, look. That's what happens. He's pretty funny as, like, the guy who's so arrogantly annoying and obsessed and thinks he's the best. So his character is pretty good. And he doesn't stick around for too long. He sticks around just long enough that you get to see what happens to pricks like him. So I was going to put him in D. And, well, I just saw that happened. But I'll put him in C. He deserves at least a C. Oh god, these three. All the sand snakes are F. Hands down. There's just no arguing it. I don't know their names. I don't want to know their names. I think this is Obara. Is that her name? Or is that one of the daughters? I don't even know. The High Sparrow. The High Sparrow, I'm gonna put in A. Because he's like a revolutionary type of dude, right? And there's nobody here like him. He's completely unique in his perspective, and he's effective at taking over like the whole capital. And that's pretty neat. I wish that he wouldn't have just died, actually. He's one of the few guys who could have sticked around a little longer. This guy, he can go with Marcella. Pointless, but not annoying. This guy, Doran, I think. I'm pretty sure if you read the books, he's cool. In the show, he's pointless. Euron Greyjoy. The more I see of Euron, the less I like him. When he first shows up, you're like, oh, who's this? And then he somehow builds a fleet of ships on rocky islands with no trees. And then he just like shows up and starts wanting to fuck Cersei for some reason. Why not? He's in D. He probably could have been C or B, but like he just you see his scenes and it's just like he's like Ramsay but on a ship. Why is this character in here? She's an actress who Arya was supposed to kill. And she feeds Arya some bad soup. Mies Mazdur or something like that. I'm gonna put her higher than most people probably would. Probably C. Because what she does kinda works. I mean, not really, ultimately, because the dragon thing. But her whole thing was like, I need to get rid of this Dothraki king because it's just going to be horrible for my people if he lives. And she does that. She accomplishes her goal and gets rid of the kid, Daenerys' baby. So she did it. She did everything she wanted to accomplish and then accidentally birthed 3 dragons. So whoops. Tarly. Randall Tarly? You hear that he's very effective, but you never see it. D. He's just an asshole in the show. Jon Snow. Jon Snow, pretty good. We're not gonna give him A because he fucks up a lot. We're gonna put him in B because he's a character that's somehow stuck around this long that I still somewhat think is okay. Next to like Jorah, he's the only one who's stuck around this long who's still a really pretty good character that you can respect. Who's that? I don't even know who this is. Anyway. Who is that? I don't know. This guy's the priest. And he's in like 2 episodes. And then he dies and the Hound gets mad. And he's like, I don't know the answers. I was a killer. But now I'm a priest. Okay, buddy. The Archmaester? I think that's who this is. I think he's the same actor who did Slughorn, Harry Potter. Um, he's like secretly allowing Sam to get away with shit. Or he was. He's okay. I'll put him in C. Robb Stark. Robb Stark is a very likable guy. His character though, and how much he screws up in life. But he's likable enough, so he goes in C. You're actually rooting for him a bit. And Ned Stark, because I don't know who that is. Ned Stark. He kicks it all off. He's an honorable man. Kept his promise to Lyanna Stark. But he's just... He didn't know what he was getting into. He should have known what he was getting into. And he's pretty iconic. The whole role is iconic, but like, I don't know. He's probably a C. He doesn't deserve a D. It's Ned Stark. Come on. He deserves at least a C. He should. Probably most people would put him higher. Maybe not. I don't know. This guy's F because I don't know who he is. Okay. Game of Thrones tier list. Took a long time, actually. Jeez. There's too many characters in the show. And, just goes to show you how many goddamn characters there are. Where's Ollie? Ollie's not in here. I would give him probably B. Because everybody hates Ollie. But Ollie was right. Ollie had it figured out. He killed Ygritte, as he should have done, because she was attacking their castle. He betrayed Jon Snow, because Jon Snow led a bunch of wildlings through the wall after they had won the war. And they didn't need to. Like, the Night King got through anyways. If the wildlings were just living in unprotected lands, not in a castle in the north, it wouldn't have mattered whether they were north of the wall or south of the wall. It didn't fucking matter. So Ollie would have got probably B tier. Right next to Jon. Alright, that's it. I don't have a picture of Ollie, but he would have gone here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. This is trash.